Hello, welcome to Stage 3 of High Desert Brutality 2023, The Wastelands. And I gotta say right up front, this stage was incredible. The guys who are into this Wastelands post-apocalyptic thing, they outdid themselves with the aesthetics they added to the stage. They decorated the whole stage, gave you the whole feel that you were in this post-apocalyptic world. They dressed the part, and not only that, they engaged with you as non-player characters. And what I mean by that, they're interacting with you, they're telling you things, they're yelling things to you. They're also providing covering fire for you. Yeah, covering fire. So how did this stage go? Well, you were in this tent and you were chained up. You got yourself out of the chain, and then you ran over to where the NPC was and the drag dummy Boris. The theory is Boris has been wounded and we have to evacuate him. He gives you your weapons, your magazines are placed in a bag, and then you engage the targets that are in front of you, which are 5 small poppers and a spinner. Once you hit those poppers and spin that spinner, you then get all your gear, grab Boris the drag dummy, and go to the first barricade. And at that point, he's telling you to engage more targets coming down the hill at you. And those are approximately, that first engagement is 250, 350, 450, roughly. And you get 1 hit each. Show clear, recover Boris, and take him to the next barricade, and rinse and repeat again. Finally, your last thing is to grab Boris, drag him all the way to the evacuation vehicle, which is a post-apocalyptic 8-teamish kind of van. You get in the vehicle and make a 500-yard hit. And then the stage is over unless you've used your DMR option, which your DMR rifle in there is if you chose to use one. And then you make a hit on some targets that are out there at 800 yards, and they're basically coyote-looking targets. So a very challenging stage with absolutely impressive aesthetics attached to it. Just watching the stage, because my squad got there a little early, we were watching the previous squad finish up, watch a few of their people go through it, and just, you got super psyched to do it just watching what was going on. So I'm going to quit yapping here, go ahead and show you my run, and then we're going to talk about it on the other side.
Ready.
Okay, so you get the call to go give Boris some help. You break out of the chains that you're restrained in the tent with. While getting covering fire, your buddy there hands you your pistol back. Luckily, you still have your pistol mags with you, and you take out the large rats, represented here by some small pistol poppers, and then you have an extra large rat represented right here by the spinner. Now, if any of you have watched my channel for any period of time and watched me go to brutality matches, spinners are the bane of my existence. Although I am getting better at them, they do cause me a problem. I'm very inconsistent in my engagements with them. So this time, I decided to fight it out with it. You do have the option after spending a certain amount of rounds that the RO will let you move on and take the penalty so you complete the stage, but I decided that in the long run it was going to be far better to get the experience in spinning the spinner. One, just so there's future brutality matches that will have spinners at them, and two, I was under the impression that there might be a stage later on that has another pistol spinner on it. Turns out, we'll find out later in the match that I was correct in that. So, go for the reload here, even though I've already thrown 33 rounds at it. And why I couldn't get it over there in 33, God only knows. But luckily, you can see I've got my act together, and it's going to go here shortly. Finally, thank God. Okay, having a little bit of trouble with that holster there. It's for that pistol, and normally with that particular rig, I use a drop leg. And I forgot to test that before going. Now that bag that my partner handled me there, the NPC, is a bag full of magazines for my rifle. When you started the stage, you had to place all your magazines in that bag, and that's the only place you could access them. That's also going to cause a little bit of a problem later on. Now, in what's a just me thing is I found the barricade here to be very wobbly. All the other people on my squad I spoke to said no, they found it to be pretty stable, and here reviewing the video, it doesn't seem to be as wobbly as I perceived it, so that is a shooter error and not a prop error. Maybe it's just a hard breathing from dragging Boris there. Anyways, I collect those hits, show clear, so the gun becomes a stick and I don't have to worry about the 180. I grab him and drag him to the next position, again with the NPC, offering encouragement and giving covering fire. And here's where I get bit by the bag of mags. That bag has a partition in it, and I didn't realize that when I put the mags in. So I'm reaching in there and I can't get the mags out. I can feel them, I can grab them, but they're not coming out. And I am really starting to panic. Because, man, I've just wasted 10 seconds here. And that will bite me here shortly. Then I begin the engagements over the walls. The RO is giving very effective calls that I'm trying to capitalize on. And again, I thought the barrier was shaking, but really it was just the shooter breathing really hard. All the other members of my squad, as I said earlier, felt these barricades were fairly sturdy.
Yeah, last one that we were out of here. Bring it right half target. Bring it up half target. We're almost home. Bring it up half target. You're right on him.
Don't worry, the hits eventually come here.
Hit. Good.
And there they are. Clearing that mag out to turn it into a stick. And time. Alrighty there. Well, you saw the two things that bit me. One, took entirely too many freaking rounds to get that spinner to go over. You should be able to do it in one standard capacity mag for a Glock. I'm shooting a Glock 19 rolling special there. I should have been able to do it with one 15 round mag. Instead I had to do a 30 and part of another mag, so yeah. I just got to get better at that. The other thing was that dang mag bag. Part of the stage description was all your rifle mags had to be in that bag they handed you, and that's the only way you could get them out of there, was to take them out of the bag when you needed them. And that bag was perfectly divided in two with a divider. I didn't realize that, and I'm reaching in there, I'm feeling the mags, I'm grabbing the mags, and I can't get my hands on them to get them out of the bag. That really freaked me out, and it got in my head, and so there was a whole lot of more misses there than there had to be. And then, just as I went to drag the dummy to the final shooting position, time runs out. Joe there, the RO, though, he did say that if you were able to get to the point and only take one penalty on that stage, that you were actually doing pretty good. It was a very hard stage. What the video did not show you, had I not run out of time, is there was a hill up to the van that you had to drag that dummy up, and that slowed most people down to just a bare crawl. So I didn't get that far, didn't get that part of the challenge, nor did I get to shoot the shot out of the van, which is kind of a bummer, but is what it is. I know better, perform better next time, so I can get that fun. Hope you're enjoying this coverage of High Desert Brutality 2023. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 4.